if you have got a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul, if you are a kind person, a caring person, a warm giving person, you are already deeply, powerfully beautiful. So there has been an epidemic of something called Zoom dysmorphia. What is that? It's people going onto a Skype or a Zoom or a FaceTime and going, oh no, I don't like the way I look. I'm looking at myself in this meeting and all I can see is that my face is a bit lopsided. My teeth don't look right. My skin doesn't look right. Everything looks wrong. And because of this, there's been an epidemic in people making appointments, even in the height of COVID, to have corrective cosmetic surgery. And the first thing to understand is that when you see yourself in a mirror, you're seeing your reflection, but it's been reversed. So it often doesn't really look like you because you're seeing a reversed reflection. Then when you see yourself on screen, you go, oh, that's not how I look in the mirror. It just looks wrong. Second thing to understand is whatever you look for in life, you will find. This is the rule of the mind. Whatever you look for, you'll find. And you can go and go, oh my God, look at all this stuff wrong. And if you look for it, you'll find it. And if you stop there and you mustn't then look, I look nice, I look kind, I look pretty good, I got a nice smile, got something interesting to say, because here's the thing, we're all on Zoom meetings. None of us are supermodels. Your boss on a Zoom meeting is listening to what you have to say. He doesn't really care if you've got a zit or your hair isn't perfect. He doesn't care. He cares about what you are contributing. And it's a shame that the world has become obsessed with our looks, because our looks are the wrapping. It's the wrapping, but the real you, the real beauty is who you are inside. That's what makes you beautiful. Your smile, your energy, your kindness. Roald Dahl said that. He said, when you're a kind person, you will always look beautiful, no matter how many wrinkles you have. When you're a mean person and a cruel person, you'll never look beautiful. And I love that. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There are standards of beauty, and your standards may be completely different to someone else's. After all, in that movie, American Beauty, the guy that got with a girl who wasn't beautiful said, you're beautiful, then your friend is not beautiful. And she knows it because she didn't have a beautiful heart. So when you look at yourself on screen, don't get consumed at peering at your face, looking as if going, oh no, I need to improve myself. You don't need to improve yourself. You need to be yourself, like yourself. Remember, you've got something amazing to offer in your workplace, at your workforce. You have something to offer. After all, Maya Angelou, who I passionately loved, was not a classical beauty. Nobody cares. We listen to what she said, and she said something amazing. People don't remember what you said. They don't remember what you look like. They remember how you made them feel. I grew up with a stunningly beautiful mother, but she was very obsessed with being beautiful. And I had a grandmother who was a grandmother. She had lots of wrinkles, and she was a little overweight. And to me, she was the most beautiful person in the world because she was so kind. She was interested in me. And I've always thought of her as the most beautiful person in my life. And when I had my little baby, I thought she too was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. But later I looked at pictures and thought, yeah, wow, when she was a newborn, she had a little gummy smile. And of course, babies' eyes don't move at the same time, so they often look cross-eyed. And she wasn't actually as beautiful as I thought she was when I just delivered her, but to me, she was always beautiful. When you have a pet, you go, I love my pet's wonky smile or funny little grin or their lopsided ears. It is your uniqueness that makes you beautiful. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. When you go on a Zoom, make the best of yourself. Wear clean, pressed clothes. Have good lighting if that's important to you, but understand what you have to say is so much more important than what you look like. What are you delivering? What are you bringing to the table? What are you showing up with? If it was all about being beautiful, every beautiful person would be happy. And I can promise you, I see many, many supermodels, top actresses who are stunning, breathtakingly stunning, and they're unhappy. They're unhappy because they don't feel connected. They always worry that people don't like them. They often have insecure boyfriends who think they're going to leave them. And if beauty made you happy, then everyone who was beautiful would be ecstatically happy. We know that that is not true. You're beautiful inside. Remember that song? I think it's by One Direction. That's what makes you beautiful. If you have got a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul, if you are a kind person, a caring person, a warm giving person, you are already deeply, powerfully beautiful. Forget about the image on the screen. That is not you. It's a snapshot. And we can look different every day. We can go through pictures and go, I look amazing in that one. I look awful in that one. It's the lighting. It's the moment. Be yourself. When you go on screen, put your shoulders back, take a deep breath, speak with confidence. And please don't be concerned about what you look like, and do not even consider getting surgery. When I was a new therapist, I had so many surgeons saying, I need to refer you to this client. They just had their nose done, and now they go, I want my chin done. I need my cheeks, I need my ears done, my eyes aren't quite right. And most people having surgery to correct one thing said, oh, now I need to correct more. I would have women who'd had breast implants done 6 times, constantly changing them. Don't do that. There are people out there, we're not going to name any names, who've had so much surgery and are still having more and more and more. Look at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, when he was on that album cover of Off the Wall, he was gorgeous. He had an afro. He looked amazing. And he was beautiful just the way he was. And yet he had more surgery and more surgery. Did it make him happy? No, it made him miserable. He began a race to try and look perfect that never ended and that ruined his life. And you should never have, if you can help it, more than, I believe it's 10 anesthetics in your entire lifetime. Sometimes you have to have more. You've had an accident, you got an issue. But do not pursue surgery to make you look better. Doesn't work. You have to love who you are. In fact, the true way to feel great about yourself and to know you're beautiful is to love yourself the way you are right now. When you come out of, I hate myself, I hate my nose, I hate my hair, I hate my eyes, I hate my skin, I hate my lips, I hate my teeth, I hate my body, I need a liposuction, I need something snipped off or injected in. That is not love. That is abuse. That is self-hatred. When you start from, I don't like myself, so what can I change? That doesn't make you feel good about yourself. Then you think, well, what else can I change? I need to do more and more. Start from self-love. Love yourself exactly the way you are. And don't do this terribly sad thing of, I saw myself on a Zoom meeting, I'm canceling a date, I'm canceling something, I'm going to go and have corrective surgery before I see anyone. Because here's the truth about you and me and everyone on the planet. We are all flawed. We are flawed inside and we're flawed outside. And the best we can ever have is a flawed relationship with another person who is flawed. I'm flawed, you're flawed. Let's celebrate our flaws and have a beautiful, flawed relationship. If you could have corrective surgery, make yourself look perfect, I promise you wouldn't be happy. And guess what? If you were perfect, how could you connect? Because here's the truth, the basis of all friendship is this: we choose people who share our vulnerability. To go, I love my husband's wonky grin. I love my baby's little fat knees. Your vulnerabilities allow you to connect. Perfect people, or people who appear perfect, are 2 things. They're usually dissatisfied and they're usually alone. We feel intimidated by them and in awe of them. Be a real person living a real life. Be happy with who you are, because who you are is enough. It always has been, it always will be. And you're perfect just the way you are. You don't need to change anything. Fall in love with who you are. And I promise you the world will follow your lead when you accept who you are, rather than keep changing who you are, because that never ends and it doesn't bring happiness. Check out my next video here. Play the only part we've ever known, and then you make that part your own, where you go, you know what? I think it's time for a new part. I was told I could never, ever have children. My whole RTT training was based on being told I couldn't have a baby,